Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today as our special guest, we have wonderful, amazing photographer. Leigh is here with us today. Hey Leigh.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing really, really good. How are you? I'm loving the sunshine coming in.
Yeah, I do. Thank goodness my windows are dirty, so it's slightly filtered.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Lee. First of all, let me begin with, asking you a little bit about your background. Give us a little self-introduction, if you will.
Okay, I should have brought my little thing where I could read it off the paper, but I'm from Boston. I grew up there, moved to DC, went to Howard, took my first
Oh,
photography class.
HU, love it.
But I did go there. I took my first photography class there, worked on the student newspaper there, and I got involved in photography mostly from my experiences at Howard, and also because I was a singer and with this group called the New World Singers, and the photographer took pictures of us and then
Hmm.
took me into the dark room. I saw the pictures come up in the tray, and I forgot all about music, and then I started getting right into photography.
Oh,
Uh,
well,
yeah.
continue. You can go. Okay.
And then, then I went on. I was teaching too. The whole time almost I was teaching. I started at oh gosh, this school at over in Southeast, an after school program, and then I started teaching at this place called the Lemuel Penn Career Development Center. So I was in
Mm.
public schools for I taught there for like 20 years. I taught at Duke Ellington School of the Arts for about 13 years, and various places like I really it's hard to remember all this stuff. I've been a photographer for like 54 years, so it's hard to
Wow.
condense
Yes, yes. Tell me,
everything.
when it comes to your photography, what drives you? Like what kind of themes or subject matter or techniques or what drives you when you for your photography?
People in politics. I've always been
Mm,
interested in a better way of life for Black people and for gay people,
mm-hmm,
and I have documented a lot of gay Black activities in DC for the last,
mm-hmm.
however, at first was really difficult because people wouldn't let me take pictures because a lot of us were in the closet, and
Of course.
things have changed. And I came out in 1958 when I was 13 years old, so things have
Wow.
a lot over that period of time. And I'm 75
Uh-huh.
now, so you can imagine. I still can't get over that gay people can get married.
Can you believe? I know, and I know I'm young saying that, but I'm from Jamaica and
I,
it's super duper homophobic there.
yes, I
So so when I moved here to go to Howard, just like you, I it was maybe like a year later that that was passed, and I still remember it to this day,
yes.
monumental day. And it's crazy to think. And know it's just like such a normal, regular thing. By the way, gay people getting married, like it's just like so normal to me now in my head. Like it's just so regular.
Fabulous, though. I'm so happy about that facet of how things have moved forward in this day and age. And I'm hoping that the current legal folks don't repeal
Yes.
the progress we've made, not only in terms of that, but in terms of women's rights and a
Hmm.
lot of other things. And so that's what I'm interested in, women's
I
health.
love that. And you've been covering this for such a long time. And having that photographer's perspective is probably a little bit different in the way how you view history and these stories, the stories of Black people, the stories of gay people, over the years. Give me a little bit of that perspective through the images that you've captured over the years and seeing,
Ooh,
change and all of that.
oh, gee whiz. That's hard to capsulize. Hmm. Well, I made a lot of my own choices. I bought my own equipment. I've never really worked for anybody. I worked for the Post for a minute in '74, um, and I've been freelancing for a long time. I've worked for the Advocate, Village Voice. I shot a lot of stuff for them on Capitol Hill, but my focus was to be able to control what I shot, so
Yeah.
nobody owned me, and I could focus on what I wanted to, which is basically the lives of Black people. I mean, I grew up in the '60s, so my
Yeah.
whole background is from like you know, H. Rap Brown and
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Carmichael and, you know, all the people that were Malcolm X,
Yeah.
the whole list of people, not to mention the folks in literature and stuff, but that's been my focus. Is like, how can we improve the quality of our life? And I tried to act it out by being a school teacher in the public schools where they're predominantly Black people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't want to be famous. I shot this one picture of what's his name, Muhammad Ali once, and
Oh, wow.
he invited me up to his camp, but I didn't want to go because I said, who knows what's going to happen up there? I was not taking any chances, you know. So I've had opportunities to do things that I've turned down. And
Yeah.
I like working at home. I like living in the same place, going to work, coming home. I like a regular kind of routine. I never wanted to work for National Geographic. I don't like to travel. I've done a little bit, not that much. And it's hard traveling with all that equipment and stuff, especially back
I
in the,
can imagine.
you know, and you know, I've done like Angela Davis. Let me see who else. There's a lot of people. I guess I'll give a
Yeah.
thing. Too many to recount, really.
Of course, of course. And something special that's coming up as we move forward towards the end of the year is the See You There exhibit at the corner at the Liz at Whitman Walker. And your exhibit will be there as well. Tell me to share with us what that was like and tell us a little bit about that exhibit.
The exhibit is really interesting. I was just there yesterday or the day before checking it out. There are two other photographers there that I've known well for well over 30 years who are showing their work, which is excellent. Oh, there we go. There's the flyer. I shot the picture that's on the flyer for the show
Mhm.
41 years ago at a gay march where Audre Lorde and her partner were there getting
Oh, yes, that is yes.
by Francis. And I had gone up, this is interesting because just a year before that in 78, I had gone up to her house and I had made photographs of her at home with her children because I
Oh,
found out who she was. I didn't even know, you know, it's like I was in the dark. Even though, and after that, I started going to a lot of conferences and stuff. And then I would follow her and Barbara Smith and Barbara Smith's sister and the woman that wrote Precious, the movie that was made
hmm
into film, the book that was made into a film. And
hmm
I have all these pictures and I'm getting ready to, I've never had a show in all these 50 plus years. So I'm getting ready to have a show for the first time. And I think I'm going to focus on a lot of the pictures that I've taken of Black gay people because I have a lot of material. I've been doing it for,
Yes.
and I can focus on that. And that's who I am. So
Ah,
one aspect of who I am. So I'm looking forward to that. The show at the corner is interesting. It's part of it is very organic in this little back room. They have
yeah.
some pieces that they're interesting. They're not the photographs, but there's another aspect of the show that people shouldn't miss. Don't forget to go to the back room.
We love the back room.
And I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they're opening up this aspect because art, and this is about art. Art is fundamental. Like reading is fundamental. Art is fundamental.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is.
A way to communicate with people the ideas and experiences that we've had that link us all together and make us feel more unified and curious and wanting to know more.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, viewers, you can check that out. See You There. It begins December 5th. That is December 5th, 2020, and runs all the way until March 28th, 2021. Entry is free and donations are welcome. To round this out, Leigh Mosley, I'm going to ask you to shamelessly plug. We love shamelessly plugging on this channel. So how can people follow you and keep up with you? Go on your website, anything that they need to do.
Go to my website, leigmosley.com. That's LEIGHMOSLEY.com. and my website's there, which needs to be updated. I'm shooting video and stuff too. I just bought a new video camera, and so
Oh.
for yeah, very expensive too, but it's the top of the line. One of the things that's happened, I've been around so long, I'll make this quick, that I've been through the mechanical part and to the digital part, and then
Mm-hmm.
change. And so now people are shooting video and still photography at the same.
Mm-hmm.
I started teaching a few years back, and I do myself. So it's I like moving images and I like sound, and uh, I'm learning how to edit. I've been on that for like 2 or 3 years. Editing is really hard for me, but that's because I'm older. I'm a senior citizen.
But you're doing it, you're doing it, you're doing it, and you're doing it well. And you are, you capture our history, you tell our stories. And thank you so much for what you do for our community. And thank you so much for joining me today on our little YouTube live. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Of course. And to the viewers, links will be in the description. And thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.